Given a 2 by 2 matrix A, do you remember how we found its inverse? Given A, how did we find A inverse? We had used column and row operations. Yes, elementary operations. Do you remember how we'd solved it? We first write the matrix A as I times A, where I is the identity matrix or the unit matrix. And then we perform row operations on matrix A to reduce it to the identity matrix. Performing the same row operations on I reduces it to A inverse. And we keep this A as is. That's how we get A inverse using row operations. Similarly, we get A inverse using column operations like this. A is reduced to I, and this I is reduced to A inverse. Now, if you remember, this technique was very tedious and long. Is there a better and a quicker way to solve for the inverse of a matrix? Yes, there is. Let's look at it on a new page. Let's find the inverse of A in a different way. There's a very simple formula to find the inverse of a matrix. It is equal to 1 over determinant of A multiplied by the adjoint of A. This is the formula of A inverse. 1 over determinant of A multiplied by the adjoint of A. So all we really need of the inverse is the determinant and the adjoint of the matrix. No row or column operations needed. But there is one important condition here, and it's intuitive. The determinant of A cannot be equal to 0. In fancy words, we can say that matrix A has to be a non-singular. That's because the denominator cannot be equal to 0. So before finding the adjoint, let's first find the determinant of A. What will be the determinant? It will be 2 times 3 minus 5 times 1. 6 minus 5 is 1. The determinant of A is non-zero. Matrix A is non-singular. So this formula will work. Now we need to find the adjoint of A. Do you remember the shortcut to find the adjoint of a 2 by 2 matrix? We interchange these two and change the sign of these two. So what will be the adjoint here? 2, 3 will be written as 3, 2. 5 will change to minus 5 and 1 will change to minus 1. Interchange and change the sign. Now that we have both, we move on to finding A inverse. The determinant of A is 1, so 1 over determinant of A will be 1 over 1. We write the adjoint of A as is. Solving this will give us the inverse of A. Now 1 over 1 is 1. Multiplying the scalar 1 with every element will keep the elements unchanged. So A inverse will equal this matrix. To verify the answer, try multiplying matrix A with this one and you should get the identity matrix. I feel this was clearly easier as compared to the row or column operations. In the next part of the video, we will find the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix using this formula.